this video actually kicks off a little string of videos I've been planning to do for you for a little while. I am gonna say a self-appointed rom-com boffin. I absolutely love the things. I think there's just nothing better than the combination of a beautiful cast, always, that's the point, hilarious laughs and a great kiss at the end. So I'm actually going to start off with the ones that you should watch with your family, the golden oldies, the ones that should not be missed just because you've got to watch them. And I'm also going to do in this video a little section on absolutely priceless rom-coms, but ones that you shouldn't watch with your gran, put it that way. Yeah, so and then in the next few videos I'm going to do a little section on ones that were awful but are worth watching just for the eye candy, disappointments, and ones that you should drag a boy kicking and screaming to because they're just on the borderline, they've got something a little bit different that he might actually like, and I'll finish off with my top 5. I'm going to split that into a number of videos, otherwise you'll be there for the rest of your life with my enthusiasm. So to start with, it is the with family and without family video. So to kick off, I've got them written down here because I could never remember all of my loves, are the ones for all of the family, the golden oldies that are not to be missed. This actually started a few months ago when I was ill in bed, and you know when you're ill you want to watch films to take your mind off it. Well, I decided to make myself a list of all the rom-coms that I hadn't seen that I absolutely should see, and work my way through them whilst I was ill. And actually since then, whenever I've had a spare moment, instead of watching TV I watch a film because I find it far more satisfying, and like you've actually done something with your, you know, couple of hours or whatever. So I'm going to go through my list. I've got what it seems to be about, I'm going to say 12 or something, golden oldies here. I'm going to kick off with the two that have Jennifer Lopez in, and they are Made in Manhattan and The Wedding Planner. I don't think anyone can dispute the utter brilliance of Jennifer Lopez in a rom-com, so we're going to start off with the men in them. Ralph Fiennes versus Matthew McConaughey in The Wedding Planner. I have to say, for me, Matthew McConaughey does it. I think as you see the videos progress, I have a little bit of a thing for him. More so when he was younger. I think he looks a little bit odd now, but yeah, so out of, for me, out of those two, The Wedding Planner was my favourite, but they are both brilliant. Moving on, 2 Weeks Notice and Miss Congeniality. Both Sandra Bullock films who I absolutely adore. She also did The Proposal, which I liked, but I didn't like the guy in that so much. And I thought the story was a little bit ropey. Miss Congeniality, you cannot escape the brilliance of, I mean, an FBI agent going into a beauty pageant to uncover some underground activity to kill them all. Genius. And on top of that, you've got Michael Caine in the background. As an English person, Michael Caine is just the bee's knees. He's literally a national treasure. So out of those three, I would definitely go for Miss Congeniality, although they are all great watches, and definitely ones you can watch with your gran. After that, we're going to go back, way back, early noughties, late 90s, to when I was young. We've got two Hilary Duff movies, the Lizzie McGuire movie and Raise Your Voice. Both absolutely, you know, awful but great. Then you've got Chasing Liberty and Princess Diaries, both absolute classics. Chasing Liberty actually has to be one of my all-time favourite rom-coms. I absolutely adore Mandy Moore, and I have a hell of a thing for Matthew Goode. You know, I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to go with Goode, G-O-O-D-E, an English actor. Love him in it, and the two agents that have a little thing in the background are absolutely priceless as well, and I think a lot of their material was actually ad-libbed in it, so I would really recommend that one. And to finish off this category, we have Mamma Mia, 9 Months and Wimbledon. And the first two are again proper classics, as fitting for this category. Mamma Mia is a sort of modern remake. I'd be surprised if anyone hasn't seen it actually. I think Meryl Streep is absolutely sensational in it. She looks about half her age when she filmed it. And 9 Months, a classic with Hugh Grant. You've got to love Hugh Grant in a rom-com. In that one actually I think playing his bumbling English gentleman character rather than his sleazeball who usually plays one of two characters, and in that one he's playing that. Wimbledon just has to go in here because it's a nice family-friendly film shot where I have recently moved from. It's where I used to live, so it has a very special place in my heart, that one. Now, the next category we are going to move to is absolutely brilliant rom-coms, sing their praises, but one's definitely not to watch with your gran or maybe even your parents. And most of these actually can fall into the ones to watch with boys category, which you'll be seeing later on. In here I have 5, including Easy A, Emma Stone, one of my favourite actresses ever. A really ordinary, well, it's supposed to be a kooky story for a rom-com, but actually it's a pretty ordinary story. Without her, without the specific cast they have, it wouldn't be much. But Emma Stone and the parents as well are absolutely smashing in that. Next up you have 2 films which have pretty much the same setup, and they are Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached. So you have Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis versus Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. For me, Friends with Benefits is my absolute favourite. That's again going to come up later in one of the later categories. I think is a little bit better executed. Both of them have this new, really modern feeling role reversal of the typical male-female gender roles, which I absolutely adore. They're both really peppy, they're fast, absolutely hilarious for the majority of the time. Yeah, just really, really good films. Then you've got Going the Distance and The Ugly Truth. Now, Going the Distance is absolutely hilarious. I first watched this on holiday about 2 years ago, and it is genuinely really funny and touching. Definitely do not watch it with your parents. This is if you have a squeamish household. Mine isn't particularly, but I know plenty of people do, so this is just my advice on that one. Same goes for American Pie, but that's not really rom, that's more com. I did watch that with my gran once. Yeah. And lastly, yeah, The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl. Heigl? I never know. I'm guessing Heigl because I think the I is second. That is, again, really peppy. It's very modern. It's basically a little bit along the lines of He's Just Not That Into You, in the sense that the boy sort of explains the boy's psyche, like how boys think and how best to get the best out of them. Basically says that everything girls are doing wrong. So again, an interesting one, a little bit rude. I think 2 girls roll in a paddling pool full of jelly, or jello if you're American, at some point. But yeah, an absolutely smashing film, and I can recommend the 5 of them highly. So that's it for this video, but come and watch the next one when it's up, which will be on disappointments, and disappointments but are worth watching just for the eye candy. I will see you then.